Hey everybody, how's it going? Bill Butler here with another exciting, thrilling edition here of the Melrose Scoop. I'm here with the Melrose Lego Lords, and I want to thank everybody for having us in. Really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Awesome. So I'm going to turn this around here. Hold on one sec. And, well, real quick, we're going to tell you a little bit about what the the Melrose Lego Lords are. This is after reading an article in the Melrose Free Press. I saw that this club and group had won a major award at a local competition. So I'm going to have Betsy Gio Bernard II, who is, I guess, what your group is and how it got started.
Sure.
Betsy, thanks so much. Appreciate it.
All right, well, thank you. So this group competes in a worldwide, although it starts locally, obviously, competition sponsored by US First. It's called FLL, which stands for First Lego League. It kicks off at the end of August and culminates in December with a major competition. So you get 3 months to build this field set, design your robot, and solve a bunch of missions based on what the kids want to choose. So they get together. The competition really focuses on teamwork, on what they call gracious professionalism, so helping each other, helping other teams, solving missions. They always have missions that are around like a world problem of some kind or another. So this year's competition focused around how people use water or interact with water.
Great, and it's Melrose Lego Lords. What are what's the age group and where is it based?
Right, so we are one of, there were 3, I believe, Melrose FLL teams this year. Yeah, there was one in the middle school, one out of Roosevelt, and one, this is current Hoover or Hoover alumni students. So we have a couple.
I don't remember about Roosevelt, but there was one out of Horace Mann.
There was one, maybe it's, yes, you're right, sorry. It was Horace Mann and not Roosevelt, sorry about that.
That's right.
But so yeah, there are 3 teams, but we like to I would want to give a shout out to the high school team. They're really who got this whole FLL competition going in Melrose. It was probably about 5 or 6 years ago was the first FLL team, but 10 years ago was the first high school team. And that high school team made it its mission to try to encourage younger kids to get involved in technology and robotics, and that's where these elementary and middle school teams have been formed. And the high school team sponsors us and buys us t-shirts and allows us to compete for free and pays for our entry into those competitions. So we appreciate that, and it definitely encourages these kids to get into technology. And the one thing I should probably also mention is FLL is put on by US First, and that's the nationwide competition. And they are really try to inspire kids to get into STEM field in some way or another. Great,
very cool. So we've got the team here. Why don't we go around and introduce ourselves?
I'm Matteo Rizzo. I go to the Hoover School and I'm in 5th grade.
Awesome.
Hi, I'm Ronan Melville. I go to MVMS and I'm in 6th grade.
Okay.
I'm Emily Giovanardi. I go to the middle school and I'm in 7th grade.
Okay.
I'm Timmy Roselle and I also go to Hoover and I'm in 5th grade.
Okay, excellent. So, Matteo, you were talking about the competition that you guys were in recently. Why don't you tell us a little bit about that?
So basically, it's all around this year's theme, which is water. You have to find a problem that's out there in the world and find some way to solve it. It's like a project, like a school project. Our team decided on rain barrels, and we found out that most people don't buy rain barrels because their pressure isn't high enough. And so we found an attachment called a drill pump, where you attach the drill pump to the end of the hose and attach a hose to that. But so you have to do the project, and then there's also this table that we're standing next to. And so on the table there's a series of challenges that each reward you points if you do them, and you have to design a robot that can do the most missions you can in 2 minutes and 30 seconds.
Okay, great. And then you guys won an award at this, right? Tell us about that.
We won the Mechanical Design Award at the state's competition. So we advanced from the regionals, and in states we won the Mechanical Design Award, which basically is write what it says. The best mechanical design, they think, for a robot.
Awesome. Very cool.
At the regional competition, we also won the Teamwork Award, so they have 3 places of judging: the robot, your project, and core values. And in the core values, there's a challenge, and you have to work as a team to complete that challenge. And we were the best, and we had the best teamwork.
Oh, that's great. That's great, Tim. Awesome. So who wants to get us started on the presentation here?
Well, obviously we had 2 minutes and 30 seconds. So
Okay.
we had to make our robot efficient.
Should I go down here? Okay.
We had to make our robot efficient and do multiple tasks at
Okay.
once. And also what takes up a lot of time is you have to take off attachments to do other missions on the field. So this is what we start with at a normal competition. This is for wall following. This arm, so the 2 missions that this... 3 that this attachment does, but 2 in one program it's called. You have to get this water, which is in this ramp kind of thing, into the fountain right here and raise the water like that.
Okay.
And then you have to pick up this yellow pipe here by the ring and bring it back to base.
The way we did that was it kind of goes down on the gray part, and then the gray part comes through, and then it falls back down.
Okay.
That's cool.
Very cool.
So.
All right. You guys want to let her go here?
Doesn't work every time, but.
That's all right.
And the 3rd one, you have to flush that toilet. Which
Yeah, there's actually a toilet on the table.
And then in the actual competition,
Awesome.
what we would do
It would
is
be rushing around and taking off the
Yeah.
attachments.
we would usually take off this attachment and take off this yellow pipe.
Okay.
And then, should we do? Yeah.
Yeah, go for it.
This one. The next mission that we do,
And I'm not timing you, so no
we're
worries.
gonna have to clear out some of this.
No, let's do something.
Not to
Just keep it simple.
Oh, I thought we were doing triple.
But so, in this next mission, you have to spin either this one or this one to get. There is, if you can see, these are supposed to be water.
Okay.
You have to spin this to let the water flow through the pipe. It's supposed to be.
Okay.
And
So that's what this mission on the robot will do.
All right. Should I
So
go over there
previously-
and film it? What do
Yeah,
you think?
sure.
Okay.
Previously, we had the robot facing this way with the wall follower here,
Yeah.
but we're just switching it around using this to follow the wall
Okay.
because we're going that way.
and also there's no competition. So usually, well, all the time you have 2 tables right next to each other, and when this water comes out, there's a chance that it could go over here on the other team's table.
Yeah, because the tables are their bases in like that corner, and then our back corner right there will be right under the water.
Okay.
Yeah, and if we were to get into theirs, they would score 10 points.
So
Oh,
That's
okay.
one of the reasons why we decided to do it, because First Lego League encourages gracious professionalism, which is being respectful to other teams and to the public. So we decided on this mission, well, because it's easy and scores us points, but because it also scores the other team some points.
Great.
So here it is.
Okay. Nice.
You can see they're all going fast because we're trying to save time.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the actual
I'll say I'm particularly proud of this group and this year's robot because I don't know if you realize it, but every one of those that they just ran worked perfectly well the first time.
Yeah.
Last year that was not true, and that's not very true of most teams. And I'm not putting down other teams. Every team has its specialty, but I think the specialty of this team this year was the robot. Yeah, it was repeatable.
Yeah.
They learned
yeah.
that word, and they used sensors to do it. They used all kinds of little tricks that they could tell you about, but that's why.
That's great.
And I think that's what won them that award is they did it, and it was clear that they built the robot. It wasn't, so coaches sometimes,
Sure.
it's a
The
wide
old
range.
science project.
Yeah,
syndrome.
right, exactly. And I tried to let them know it. So
That's great. And how long, like, how often do you guys meet?
We had, at the beginning of the season, it kind of increased throughout the season. At the beginning of the season, we found the day that everyone was open, which was Tuesdays. And so we met every Tuesday. And then once we started getting towards the competition, as you can expect, we were all getting really worried that we weren't going to do good. And we started meeting more like Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays very often.
Well, and it was only certain kids on some days because
Yeah.
everybody had their specialty and everybody was busy doing other things. But
Yeah.
everybody contributed, which was
And you guys meet year-round or
no, only September through December.
September through December?
So
Okay.
we're now in the off season.
That's right. Okay, good. All right, so what do we got?
So this is our tripod attachment. This is, so in our robot, we would stick this in it. It's a one-way mechanism. So we would slide it down to where the manhole cover is.
It
pops
just
the
gets
manhole
left there.
Out, and then it gets left there.
Okay, great.
And then also, this is pretty neat. The judges liked it. So we knew which way was facing up. There's the two red
Oh,
things
yeah.
there, and we had it on another attachment. But
Because often when
That's
you're being
later.
timed,
Saves you time, yeah,
you get rushed and worried and put it on upside down, which you can imagine would be a disaster.
There you go.
Yeah, so the judges are very particular, and they're told to, is that, you know, this tripod has to land within the black circle or you get no points,
Right.
that kind of thing. So the rules are very clear in the rule book, how you score the points.
Yeah, yeah.
So that's just another example of, you know, you can imagine the programming. So not only do they build this robot, but they have to program it.
Right.
Anybody want to explain the programming?
So,
it's a lot of blocks put together.
so basically,
Yeah.
in the code for the Lego Mindstorm, it has a wide variety of all these different blocks, and you have to, and lots of them, like the turns, you can set them to either be by degrees, by rotations, and by like partially by like direction. And then there's also blocks for the sensors. We have one sensor right here that was used for the mission that goes straight out.
Okay.
And then we used to use a color sensor right here.
Oh, great. Okay.
This is a touch sensor, so when you press this in, it will signal something.
Gonna trigger. Yeah, something. Great.
So this attachment, it's supposed to push this in.
Okay.
You get points for pushing it. It was supposed to be a water
And
filter.
that's on its own.
You add this filter in
Okay.
to gain points.
Okay.
And there's another of the color coding thing. There's blue here and blue here. And on certain missions you want to see blue, and certain missions you don't, because these flip. I'm not going to flip that one yet.
Okay.
We're gonna need this one for this.
And also,
So you're not seeing blue for
this one.
that
And
mission.
For this
Right.
mission.
other mission,
That this one does. It usually does not work because it was hastily put together. But
that one does the water filter.
There you
and
go.
then the other mission that it does is you have to push, again using this part of the field, you have to push this into the black square.
Okay.
Yeah, and it doesn't actually have to be connected to that necessarily, as
Yeah.
long as it's just in
That
Okay.
gives
So
us-
water stress.
All right. Let's see. Let's give it a go.
This one is this one was the one that
that doesn't work all the time.
yeah, that doesn't, it worked, we got one good, we would usually, mostly all of our programs worked except this one, and we would have half the time it would work in a competition, so that one run will be the one where we score our maximum points.
Mm-hmm.
They always save that one for the last one to run.
Right.
Yeah, that didn't think so. Oh,
Nice.
it worked. Home field advantage.
I tell you guys just, resurrected this, just,
talking
out of the
about
blue today.
home
Yeah.
field advantage. Another problem that always occurred was not knowing what would be on the other tables at the competition. So sometimes you might see Velcro sticking out, and one time there was Velcro sticking out on one of the tables, but we didn't see it, and then a robot got caught. So it's a lot of making sure that the table is actually
Right.
set.
Okay.
We're planning for it.
All right.
So
But yeah, I don't know if the kids really explained it, but there are a lot of different missions on this table. And of course, we start, one of the first meetings we do is choose which missions they're going to go after based on how many points each mission will earn the team, how easy they think it is. They also decided that first run they did 3 missions of 1, so that's a good time saver. So there's a lot that goes into the season.
So you can a lot of exactly kind of choreographing all the missions together.
Right.
So that's all the missions that we have, but we have a few models to basically show what each of them does. This model is supposed to show this. So as you can see, it's if the motor is driving where my hand is right here, it spins it to push this out, which is exactly what it does here, only much bigger. And then on the very first run that we did, there it is. Use that.
So
the motor that we were using was having trouble keeping this off the ground. It's so big and heavy, it was falling onto the ground like that and slamming into that and causing us points. So we thought if we could use a gear ratio, we could make it stronger. So there is a very complicated gear mechanism here. It's easier to see here. Let's see. So yeah, this is. So if the motor's spinning, again where my hand is, then it spins a small gear to a big gear, makes it stronger but slower. So we made, again, a small, big, small, big.
Yep.
These two are connected because we had to have it on the same range, same spot, but we couldn't have it directly connected because it would just be the same.
Wow.
So
Brilliant. Way to go, guys. This is really impressive. Really cool. You guys have a lot of fun doing this, don't you?
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, hey, I can't thank you enough. Betsy, thanks so
Well,
much.
thank you.
Really appreciate it, guys. Congratulations. Great job. If somebody's interested in this organization and club,
Yes.
what's the best way to get more information?
It's a good question. What's our email address? melrosefirtrobotics@gmail.com,
Okay.
I believe, is the main contact email to the high school mentors. You can also contact me. I teach at the high school. So I'm Giovanardi,
Okay.
Giovanardi. Good luck with that one at melroseschools.com. And I can put you in touch as well.
Okay. Very good.
So yeah.
Awesome. Well, thanks so much, guys. Really appreciate it. Congratulations.
Thank you.
All right. Take care. Thanks, everybody, for watching. We'll see you next time. There it is. What does it say?
Our
Store
motto
the
is
storm.
Store the Storm.
And
because
it's
we have
here.
rainbows and it's on the
Store the storm. Right on. All right. Thanks, guys.